organic molecules. But if you are seeing the molecular oxygen in the ground state, it is a spin state is triplet spin state. So one is in the singlet spin state, another one is the triplet spin state. So their direct reaction is not possible. So what would happen? This will be the spin forbidden process won't allow the reaction of the spin multiplicity difference won't allow the reaction of direct reaction of molecular oxygen with your organic substrate. So it is a spin forbidden process. But in the presence of the metal ion, what would happen? The metal ion can easily transfer electrons and it will generate the reactive oxygen species, whatever we have seen in the previous slides. And the species will undergo further cleavage and metal bound oxidant will be generated. This oxidant will be highly reactive and it will catalyze the organic transformation which are having the biological importance. This autoactivation may takes place either in the mononuclear active sites or dinuclear active sites or multinuclear active sites. That is depending upon the nature strategy. Okay. So another quite interesting thing is that when oxygen is bound to the hemoglobin, what are the changes is taking place? Or if we are removing the oxygen from the hemoglobin, what are the changes will be taking place? Let us discuss about those things. So the oxygen unbound form is known as deoxyhemoglobin, whereas the oxygen bound form is known as oxyhemoglobin. In both the cases, we are having iron, but the iron spin state is entirely different. Oxidation state is also different, or it may be same. If you are, let us discuss first about the deoxyhemoglobin. This is having iron in the plus 2 form. The plus 2 form iron can exist in either high spin state or low spin state. In the iron 2 plus state, how many d electrons will be present? Is almost 6 d electrons will be present. If it is exist in the high spin state, what is the crystal field configuration? Under octahedral environment, it is a T2G4 and Eg2. So before dioxin binding, the hemoglobin is having heme. The heme is a picoinate geometry, and it's having a square basal plane is constituted by 4 pyrrole nitrogen, whereas the fifth position, which is one oxygen position, is occupied by a histidine imidazole nitrogen donor, which is coming from the protein residue, and the sixth position is left vacant for the attack of our molecular oxygen. In the deoxy form, the hemoglobin, if you are taking its color, is purplish, bluish purple or purple color. Whatever what we are thinking, hemoglobin means generally what color will come to our mind, it is a red color. But the deoxy form of the hemoglobin is almost blue in color. This is a paramagnetic species. The paramagnetism is arises due to the presence of high spin iron 2. How many unpaired electrons will be present? It is having a total of 4 unpaired electrons. So the magnetic moment value will become 4.9 Bohr magneton. Okay. Upon oxygen binding, what would happen? The deoxy form will be converted into oxy form. The oxy form is entirely different from that of your deoxy form. Initially, if you are seeing, there is a two possibility. Iron may retain its oxidation state and it will go to the low spin state, or iron may be converted into iron 3, low spin iron 3, and it will transfer the electron to your oxygen. There are two possibilities. Two are possible. And let us see one by one which one is the most favorable among these two possibilities: iron 2, low spin iron 2, or low spin iron 3. Among these two possibilities, which one is more, which one is maximum? That we will see. If it is iron, if it is existing in the low spin state, iron 3 oxidation state, T2G5 Eg0 is the configuration. If you are seeing the ionic radius of the high spin iron 2 is greater than that of our low spin iron 2 or iron 3. If it is having low spin iron 3, the ionic radius will be 55 picometer. Whereas we are having the iron in the plus 2 oxidation state, but the spin state is changing from high spin to low spin. The ionic radius also changing. This is shrinkage of the ionic radius will takes place. It is approximately 61 picometer. Whereas in the case of our deoxyhemoglobin, the iron 2 ionic radius is 78 picometers. Approximately there is a how much it is decreasing. 17 picometer there is a decrease in the, or more than 17 picometer there is a decrease in the radius will be observed. Sir, சொல்லுங்க சார். சொல்லுங்க சார். ஆமா சார். கோஆர்டினேட்டருக்கு தான் சார். கோஆர்டினேட்டருக்கு தான் சார் அனுப்பணும். ஆமா சார். எல்லா இதுமே கோஆர்டினேட்டருக்கு தான் அனுப்பணும். ஆமா சார். ஆமா சார். ஆமா சார். இல்ல இது மட்டும் நம்ம ரோசாக்கு தனியா ஆபீஸ் கோஆர்டினேட்டர் அவங்க மூலமா அனுப்புவாங்க சார். ஓகே சார். ஓகே சார். So after dioxin binding, so these are the things taking place. The spin state is changing, ionic radius is varying. So upon adding one more coordinating atom to the metal center, the coordination number increases from 5 to 6. So the geometry changes from square pyramidal to octahedral. So the color change also observed. That is the red color, the so-called red color of hemoglobin. The red color is due to the oxygen binding only. If you are eliminating the oxygen from the coordination environment, automatically the color is converted from red to your purple or blue color something. So if you are seeing the magnetic property, after measuring the magnetic property also, people are wondering. One case it is a paramagnetic, but after dioxin binding it is a diamagnetic. The spin state change is highly responsible for all the changes whatever we are seeing in the case of hemoglobin. So the red color is arises due to the charge transfer transition of O2 charge transfer transition which is taking place from O2 to your iron center, which is falling in the visible region. That is the reason why we can see the red color. If the charge transfer transition, ligand to metal charge transfer transition, which is falling in the visible region, that is the reason why we are observing the red color of oxyhemoglobin. So in order to explain the magnetic property, two models are proposed. First one is the iron to O2 species. But here in what would happen upon oxygen binding, iron is not undergoing oxidation. We are assuming that, so it is retaining in the plus 2 oxidation state, but there is a change in the spin state. Automatically, iron 2 plus oxidation state, if it is a spin is a pad, what would happen? Spin pad form, there is no unpaired electron, T2G6 and EG0. So we have collectively known as the iron oxyhemoglobin is diamagnetic. So oxygen, molecular oxygen is also having two unpaired electrons, but the two unpaired electrons, what would happen? They undergo one of the electron spin will be flipped in the after interacting with the metal ion. So after spin flipping in the pi star orbital, one will be in the upward spin, another one will be in the downward spin. So automatically the spin will be pad. So oxygen is under such condition, it is known as singlet oxygen. Whereas iron is also not containing any unpaired electron. The collectively the iron low spin iron 2 O2 species is a diamagnetic in nature. Then another one model, what would happen? Oxidation of iron will be taking place from iron 2 to iron 3, and spin state also changing from high spin to low spin. So in the low spin state, iron 3 oxidation state, there are D5 configuration. So T2G5 and EG0, it is having one unpaired electron in the T2G orbital, and the superoxide ion. So after accepting an electron from the iron center, oxygen, triplet oxygen will be converted into doublet oxygen. That is a one unpaired electron containing oxygen. That oxygen is known as superoxide. Superoxide is also having one unpaired electron. So these two unpaired electrons undergoing antiferromagnetic coupling. What is antiferromagnetic coupling? The spin orientation of the one ion is in the one direction and the another ion is in the another one direction. So they are interacting via the bond. So the antiferromagnetic coupling is operating. Then due to that, there is a overall net spin will be zero. So the species is collectively diamagnetic in nature. So as we have already said, a small inorganic change, the change in the spin state from high spin to low spin, this is inorganic change. The ionic radius only varying. That is highly responsible for the binding in the hemoglobin. Before oxygen binding, you see it is just like the porphyrin cavity is not to accommodate the 78 picometer ionic radius plus high spin iron 2 plus.